Hello, mobile cleaning industry. Tony Evans here talking to you about passion. What things are you passionate about? A lot of guys post their hobbies, the things they do outside of work, but a great deal of you out there are passionate about the kind of work you do. The passion is probably the reason you're your own boss. You didn't want to work for somebody else. You wanted to build your own dream, your own passion. So sometimes we can lose focus of that, though. Sometimes we can think about the drain that the business creates, and paying the bills and getting the job scheduled. And after a while, it becomes its own job, and we tend to lose focus on what it was in the beginning that made us so passionate about it. Well, it's the same in anything. I know in the UAMCC, one of the things that was the drawing factor for me was the education. Before I joined, I was active in doing my own events here in Iowa. And so I'd done a few events, and Ron came in and helped me with an event one year, and it showed me that's where his passion was too, is education. And so I began to look at the UAMCC to see that it was designed to help contractors succeed, and that it wasn't just limited to contractors within the org, that they were serious about making sure that the industry as a whole became educated. And as I listened and paid attention, I began to understand the importance of education, training, certification, and those have really become my passion. You'll notice one of the logos on our Orlando shirts was for Clean Matters magazine, and I've been involved since it was a newsletter. It was a UAMCC newsletter, helping write articles, and now helping with other things on it. That's because it's about education, and that's one of the important things I feel. If we're going to succeed as an industry, if we're going to raise the standards in our industry, that can only be done through education. You have to educate the contractor, and you have to educate the client, the customer. You want them to understand the importance of the education that you as a contractor are involved in, and how that protects their investment. And that in itself will make our industry more professional to them, and it will make you more valuable to them going forward in your relationship with the future. Jerry McMillan, one of my mentors, a good friend, talks about sustainable relationships. Well, how do you sustain any relationship? It's through knowledge, isn't it? Education. You learn more about the other person in that relationship. It makes that relationship more valuable, more sustainable. So big shout out to Jerry for training me on that all these years. Thank you, sir. So my mentors in the org, whether it be Doug Rucker, Ron Musgraves, Tony Shelton, Jerry McMillan, the list goes on and on of people that have taught me the value of education. They've developed in me a real passion. So going forward, I would love to be more involved in making certification even better. I think we can work with not just the testing, but we can work with the training that we do as an organization to tie those two things together to make certification that next level and take it even farther beyond where we're at. Because I firmly believe that our certification is the best in the industry, hands down. So I think we can even go above that. So that's what I'm passionate about. So when you look at this, why don't you tell me what it is that you're passionate about and what you'd like to work on in the coming year or two, or even down the road 4 years from now. So that's my spiel on passion and education, and I hope you're just as passionate about it as I am. Thanks, guys.